My name is AnnickMagac. I am the author of Clear, How to Simplify Your Life and Live More Fearlessly. I'm also a motivational speaker and a coach. Today, I need to ask you guys, do you suffer from FOMO? And do you know what it actually is? Well, FOMO stands for fear of missing out. Yes. Now, I want to give an example. Hello, if you're coming in, please let me know what your name is and where you are from. Today, I am talking about FOMO. So I was out one night with my ladies, and we have a ladies' night crew, and so we had all gone out. And when we arrived at the restaurant, we all kind of came in separate cars, but a few of us carpooled together because it was just easier, but we ended up at the restaurant. As we all had a great time as we're leaving the restaurant at night. One of my friends who came by herself FOMO stands for fear of missing out. And so I'm going to tell you a story that relates to it so you can kind of get the context. As we were all leaving, she was like, "Oh, I hate when you guys drive together." And I'm like, "You hate when we drive together?" I'm like, at night? And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, yeah. And I'm like, because you don't see well when you drive at night? Like, I was trying to think practically, like, why would she not want to drive by herself at night? Maybe she can't see well at night. It happens, especially out in the suburbs where there isn't as much light. No. She goes, "I'm so worried." And she's like, "Oh," she goes, "I'm so worried that I'm missing out from your conversations." I was like, "Do you have FOMO?" And she's like, "FOMO?" And I'm like, "Yeah, FOMO." And I'm like, "Fear of missing out, like you're missing out on something if you're not driving with us." And she's like, yeah. I go, "No FOMO, girlfriend, no FOMO." And we chuckled and we laughed. And I thought about this later, and I want to share this with you guys because I get this a lot with my coaching clients, and we talk about FOMO. Now, FOMO can come up in all sorts of different ways. It can come up where you feel like you're missing out on something. Like this one friend felt like she was missing out on a behind-scenes conversation that the rest of the ladies' night group was having. And she somehow was not, because she wasn't included with it, it was really causing her anxiety, and she felt like she was just missing out, which was really bothering her, like enough where it was sort of a joke, but it wasn't really. And I see this again. I see this in clients a lot where people will say, "Well, the only reason why I go to that workout class is because I'm worried I'm going to miss out. But I don't really like that way of working out. But I'm afraid I'm going to miss out. So I go to it." Or I go to this meeting because I don't really like the way it's run and I don't really like the person leading it, but I go to it because I'm fearing that I'm going to miss out. Now, I also see this in a social context where if you're on social media, I will see that certain people will follow and pay for different academies, different retreats, and different any type of social media online learning. And they might go to the same person over and over again, even though they haven't had a great experience. And so I'll always ask that person, "Well, you knew that didn't work like the first 3 times that you spent money on it. What makes you think it's going to be different this time?" And they'll inevitably say, "I'm worried that I'm going to miss out on something." I'm like, "But you didn't like the experience. So again, what's going to prove? I just didn't feel like, I'm just worried I'm going to miss out." This fear of missing out can be detrimental to our growth because there's a few things. One is that the big secret is you never miss a dang thing. Like, it's true. There is, in any context like that, when we drive together and say, this one friend is not in the car with us, she is not missing out on anything. The stupid conversations that we have in the car they're minimal, they're trite, they're nothing that's of any substance. And if there was something that came up, like say we were all in the car and, one woman said, I'm getting a divorce. And there was something so profound as that, we would most certainly share it with her later. It isn't something that she would be missing out on in her life of very important news. And when we fear that we're missing out, it causes us to, one, think badly about ourselves. Our self-worth goes down because you start to go into this negative zone of being like, well, if I'm missing out because they don't like me, or they're not sharing this with me and I have to be there, or I'm worried that, my worth within the group is going to diminish. Like if I'm out of sight, out of mind, then nobody's going to care about me. It all comes up from insecurities. And you think that FOMO is something that kids and teenagers experience. However, I would say that as adults it can become even worse because we've had a lifetime of honing this and using it, and it becoming such a big part of our lives, it can get worse as we grow up. So what are some ways to get rid of FOMO or feel like you're just not missing out? Well, the number one thing is to recognize again that you're not missing out on anything. If you don't go to that retreat because you never really liked it before, you're not missing out on anything. Like most likely if you don't go to that retreat, you're going to find a different retreat, or you're going to be more open to a new experience where you actually might learn something in a different way from somebody else. But you can't often experience that when you put yourself into a position of negativity. Like if my decisions are based from fear, it never expands my life. It contracts. And you can even feel that yourself. Like if you took a second here and you think like a negative thought, you can physically feel your body like kind of pull in. But if you think like an open thought, like, oh, the possibility, you feel more expansive. Like your chest opens up, your head goes up a little bit higher. And when you scale that up and you think about those in like bigger life decisions or bigger life experiences, it can make a profound difference, like sincerely a profound difference. And if you say you did hang out with a bunch of jerks, they're your best friends, but your best friends can be jerks sometimes. But say you had a group of people where you've always felt like, well, if I'm not there, they talk crap about me behind my back. And I want to make sure that I'm there so that nobody talks crap about me behind my back. Well, number one, you really need to get some new friends because those people are not supportive in your life. They're not who you want to be around, and they're not going to make you a better person. If they so do that, then that's just really shallow and just horrible. Like nobody needs to be exposed to that. And if you even have an inkling that that's actually happening, I encourage you, please look for new people to hang out with. Life is way too short to waste your time with people like that. It just is. And if you surround yourself with people who always feel like they're supporting you and wanting to learn more and be better, you really are going to it's going to rub off on you on that. But again, the fear of missing out, because the worst thing is that when you do feel like you're missing out and you set these expectations and go into, I'm going to use a retreat as an example again. You go into a retreat with this high expectation, like, oh my God, if I don't go there, I'm going to be disappointed. And then you actually go there and you're even more disappointed because you're proven again for the fourth time that this retreat was absolutely horrible and why did I spend my money? Then you start to beat yourself up even more because you're like, oh my God, I spent this money I didn't have. Why did I think it was going to be different? I'm so stupid. Why would I make this decision? I should have known. My husband was telling me it was a bad idea. Why didn't I listen to him? Why? And it's all because you just felt like you might miss out. And in the end, it was just a bigger mess. So always know you're not missing out. You want to make a decision on any aspect of your life based on, does this make me feel good? And is this going to enhance my life? It might be hard. Change is hard, even in a positive manner. But is it going to make my life better? Or am I just looking for a way to beat myself up again? And do these small things that I have fear of missing out on, is that actually making me miss out on some better experiences in life? So that's what I got. If you have any questions around FOMO, let me know. But don't feel like you're missing out on what FOMO is. Just enjoy your day today. And if you have any questions for me, please reach out to me on social media at AnnickMagac. And you can also get a free chapter of my book, Clear, in my Periscope bio at AnnickMagac.com/free clear chapter. All right, you guys, have an awesome day. Thank you so much for letting me be part of it. And I hope you're having a great lunch. And if you're watching this on replay, I hope you're having a great day. All right, thank you so much. Bye-bye.